Hey everybody, my name is Rydo, and today we're starting a new series for a game called Anna's Quest. Now, when you get Anna's Quest on Steam, it comes with a launch option called Anna's Quest Prologue, which is, I suppose, kind of a prologue demo of the game. Unfortunately, it just doesn't run. It There's two ways to fix it. The easier way that's suggested in the discussions in the forum is to click the link that I will provide down below and just download the prologue from the direct creators of the game instead of Daedalic, which I suppose either bought or licensed the game and republished it and didn't bother to ever get it to fix. The other way you can get it to work, if you just absolutely demand that you must be able to click through the Steam interface and run that prologue, is you have to install Java, which is a horrible idea. It's such a security risk, and no other games really use it. The only other game that even I can even think of that uses Java is Minecraft, and Minecraft keeps its own copies of Java always up to date to patch security holes. But if you want it to work, you have to install Java. Then you have to browse to your programs files x86 folder to the Java folder. There'll be a folder in that Java folder that's something along the lines of JRE 1.8 something something. You have to click on that. Then you have to click on a folder called bin, and then you need to copy all of that stuff to your to a different folder that's your programs files x86 Steam apps folder, common, Anna's Quest, bonus content, prologue. So you just need to take all the Java files, copy them right next to the prologue file so it can find it. And that's the only way that the prologue file can find it. The suggestion on the Steam on how to fix it does not work for me at all. It's ridiculous. This is a simple thing that should have just been easily integrated into the main game and not its own launcher thing at all. So you could go through all that work and then have Java installed on your computer, which you don't need. I've played dozens and dozens of other games. None of them have ever needed Java to be installed. If they do use Java, they use their own copy of Java in their own installers. Uh, so I wouldn't recommend that solution. I'd recommend going and downloading it. Now, it is possible if you go and download it from the original creators, you still need to install Java. Maybe. I don't know. I can't do both solutions. I can only do the one I did. That's all I need to talk about that. So let's begin with this prologue, and then we'll get into the proper game in the next recording. So this prologue is pretty simple for all that work. It's probably not really worth the effort anyways. It's a little windowed program that has two keys, left and right. Once upon a time in the great dark wood, there dwelt a poor yet hard-working farmer. There dwelt a poor. There he lived happily with his father and his wife, and his only child, Anna. So I'm already seeing a problem with this prologue in that it's with the background shifting with the text on top, it's kind of hard to read. So we're getting the setup of Anna and her family. Although this is actually talking about the father's perspective. It changed to wood floor when we walked over here. This is better. Why is some coffee stuff in front of my face? Right. Unbeknownst to the farmer and his wife, a very special telekinetic ability was bestowed upon the child and her grandfather. So both of them have it. Interesting. However, being the hard-working man he was, the grandfather rarely used it and did well to keep it hid. 1 year, as if by a wicked spell, the crops shriveled up and died. And the music changed. The farmer's wife wept, for they no longer had food to live by. Who's this guy? Is that the grandfather, I guess? Yeah. The characters are a little too simplistic with this yet white outfit. Yeah, that's the grandfather. So the guy with the glasses is the grandfather. Well, I'm not paying enough attention to the way the characters look because I'm reading. You know, this isn't a terrible prologue. Look, he picked up something. He picked up a lantern. I can imagine you could do a lot of prologues like this for games. Make it interactive. Although, this compared to like a well-cut trailer that looks great and highlights all the important things, you can also see how this isn't really highlighting the animation style of the rest of Anna's Quest, which is in full color and probably is even a little bit better than this as far as quality. It's maybe doing a good job with the music, but then the music may be completely different. Having not played Anna's Quest, it's hard to compare it. Anyways, moving forward, as the story determined to find food for his family, the farmer gathered his courage and his lantern and set forth into the deep, dark wood. Darkness enshrouded the farmer as he ventured deeper. So now I can't even read it unless I'm near it with the lantern. Interesting. And deeper still, until eventually the darkness enshrouded him completely. As time went on, the farmer's family grew with concern, despite the grandfather's wishes and pleas. Now the guy's not walking anymore, the screen is just going. The farmer's wife fled into the night in hope of finding her ill-fated husband. The grandfather, realizing his ability was in need, sought to confront the darkness that had befallen his family. So now we're playing as the grandfather. And it's somewhat predictable, since it's going to be called Anna's Quest, that the grandfather's not going to succeed either. Deeper and deeper still, the grandfather ventured cautiously into the dark wood. Again, I've run into a lot of games that don't have voice acting, and I can kind of see if this was a very low budget thing, why you wouldn't want to do this, but man, it probably wouldn't cost that much to hire somebody, or have a friend of somebody that sounds at least better than me, to read this out loud, because I sound pretty awful, and the average people probably sound pretty awful reading things out loud. Until at last he came across, and so you could just trigger all of these instead of it being words as just audio files. A wicked and evil old witch. Shouldn't look that wicked or old. I have lured your family into my woods in order to steal your... It has been I must have it. I missed that for a second. It has been those that have come before me. So she's trying to steal the telekinetic. Let's see if I wary of her spells. So you can't go any further this way. So you do have to go back this way. Wary of her spells, the grandfather fled. And as he ran, which he's not really running, he's walking slowly, he gathered all his strength. All of the power of his ability he could muster. And cast a barrier over the farm. The witch's screams and cries carried throughout the land, cursing the old man. With the farm now safe from the wicked old witch's grasp, the grandfather returned home to his grandchild Anna, the last of his family. From that day forth, the grandfather vowed to protect the girl, never to leave the farm, and never for the ability to be used, lest the witch that waited tried to steal it once again. And so that's the prologues, credits, game development. Let's see. So music done by one person, Kevin MacLeod. So the music done by one person who gives out their music free of license. So Kevin MacLeod actually didn't work on this game at all. He simply makes good music, and a lot of people use it because it's free. So one person is the game design and developers, and then the sound effects were free too, and then 2 people special thanked, and the project was developed with processing.org, which I assume this is a Java thing. So Dane Crame's design, that's the link to buy the prologue. I imagine he was over his head with the concept, and had he been left to make the rest of the game by himself, it probably wouldn't have been that good. So it may have been a very good idea for Daedalic to step in and help. We'll have to look at the credits of the actual Endless Quest game to see. Now, it's a completely different program. It doesn't use Java. It's full screen. It has a lot of options. It's in color. So there's a lot more there too. There's no more I can go to I can't go any further to the left, right. Maybe I could go to the left again, and nope. So that's a good little prologue to figure out that why Anna in the main game is gonna be on her own. This is one of those Wizard of Oz style stories where the girl is on her own, doing her own little adventure. So that was barely 10 minutes, including the conversation about how to get it to run. Very, very short prologue. But this is where we have to end. Next recording, we start the real game, and as you can see, it's probably not really even worth downloading the prologue. If you just saw all of it, there's no real interaction besides walking back and forth. Anywho, that's it for this recording. As always, in my recordings the same way, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps me out with YouTube, tells them that my videos are worth watching. If you want to support me even further than that, you can click on my name, Rydo. That takes you to my main YouTube page. On the right is a blue button that says support this channel. You can click that and make a donation. Also on my main YouTube page is a playlist tab, and since I have covered a lot of games, there's a lot of playlists for every single game I've ever covered. Actually, there's one playlist for every game I've covered. So I'm sure you can find some other things to watch and check out. Finally, down below in the description box, I have links to all my social medias like Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Google+, Steam, and Battle.net, so you can friend and follow me on all of those. If you follow me on those services, you will see when my latest video is available. That helps you out. It also helps me out with those services to have more people following me on them. So please do. Thank you for watching, and have a good evening.